Hey. I know I'm late, y'all. It's the medicine that had me knocked out. I'm so sorry. Um, so I can't give y'all this story time for the medicine to attack me again and make me drowsy and dizzy. Hey Kay. I hope I'm saying this right. Lariah. Hi Lariah. Hey Tilly Love. Hey Lakeisha. Hey Cherry Blossom. Hey Jersey. Hey Carlton. Okay, so if you're on this page, then you already know I do haunted but true story times. I will be giving you guys a story tonight. I'm running a little late because of the medication, but I'm here. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you can be notified when I go live or drop a video. Um, hey Kobe, hey Dion. I said it right. Oh, girl, be on it, but thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting story time in. Let's see what time it is. In 2 minutes, so I'm giving y'all time to get everything y'all need before we start the story time. I'm gonna need someone for story time. I got Tamika, but I need like one other person. Kay, can you post my thing for me, please? It's the medication. I'm trying to feel a little better, but the medication is really strong, so it knocked me out before story time. I woke up like in a panic and jumped right on here so I can give y'all this story because I know y'all been waiting. Hey, Jasmine. So get everything y'all need so we can start story time. Yeah, so we're gonna be starting in a couple of minutes. So I'm giving y'all time to get everything y'all need so we can start. Thank you, Jersey. Hey, Jersey. I ain't seen you in a minute. Okay, guys. So I pinned the post. I need a couple of people for story time tonight. So there's the post. I already got Jersey and Tamika, so I just need a couple more people. But we'll be starting in a few minutes. Yes. Okay, so it looks like it is 9:20 where I am. Whatever the fuck 20 where you are. We're about to get ready to start this story time. Um, so if you guys are ready, go ahead and give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs. Hi, Elena. Thank you. What happened with your ancestry.com? Oh, your ancestry.dna.com. Andre, it was nice seeing you, but your ass finna be booted. Disrespectful is not tolerated on this page. You will be booted, boo boo. Um, let me see. Let's see. Okay, so if you guys are ready, come on, give it them thumbs, give it them thumbs, give it those thumbs. It's always somebody that's don't like their life, so they just want to come on people pages and be mean. It's okay. He'll get the help he needs. Hey, sincerely. Until you heard about the earthquake at Lake Lanier. Yes, I did hear about the earthquake at Lake Lanier. That was the third earthquake. We've had three so far. We've had three earthquakes under Lake Lanier. Crazy, right? And then yesterday they reported on the news that we got these super rare snails that just showed up in Lake Lanier, like tons of them just showed up in Lake Lanier. So many so that they had to get on the news and tell people if you run across any of these snails in Lake Lanier to call somebody so they can come get them. According to the news, it's an obscene amount of snails. They are not like supposed to be in Lake Lanier. They're not even from here. They said it's some weird ass Chinese snails that shouldn't even be on our continent. But for some strange reason, tons of the motherfuckers are in Lake Lanier. Nobody knows how they got there. Nobody knows why they're showing up now. All I know is they went on to the news. The news came on. They was basically telling people if you go to Lake Lanier and you run across these snails, they you need to call somebody to come get them because they're not supposed to be there. Yes, I do think they are poisonous. So they are telling people, if they're in Lake Lanier and they run across these big ass snails to call somebody to come get them because they're not supposed to be there. And it's a bunch of these motherfuckers. Somebody on the news that they did an interview with said that they think somebody like poured these snails in the water. Like I guess they weren't supposed to have them because they are illegal here. Here they are illegal. They were saying that shit on the news is illegal to even have these snails. So I'm guessing somebody had bought these illegal ass snails and decided to throw them in Lake Lanier, and now it's like so many other motherfuckers in Lake Lanier that they are basically telling people if you come across them, call somebody. Call somebody so they can come get them things. So I don't know where these freaking Chinese snails that aren't even on this continent. I don't know where the hell they come from. I don't know. I don't know, but they ain't like Lanier. So we had all those earthquakes. We had three back-to-back earthquakes, and then these fucking snails. So I don't know, y'all. All I know is my ass won't be there. I won't be there to collect not one fucking snail. You can bet your bottom dollar on that shit. I won't be there to collect none of them motherfucking snails, but the bitches are big. They real big too. And I think any animal or insect or anything that lands in Lake Lanier gets mutated. The motherfuckers, nope, they always come out looking weird. Y'all seen the pictures of the catfish. Who the hell had catfish bigger than people? Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, because everything is in fucking Lake Lanier. But yeah, I think they are poisonous though. Hi, Eric. Let me see. Okay, guys, we're about to get ready to start this story time. I didn't want to, throw you guys off with the Lake Lanier story, but it's getting weird. I can tell you that. It's getting weird. So, I don't know what to say. I know somebody tagged me in a video of a girl telling her story about Lake Lanier, or telling the story about Lake Lanier. And she was saying in her story how everything started out good, because that's normally how it starts out on Lake Lanier. Everything started out good. Y'all have a good time, good vibes, people, you know what I'm saying, food. She was like, everything started off good. They had a boat. So she was like, everybody got into the boat, like all the people that was there got into the boat, and they got onto Lake Lanier to, like, I guess, turn up on the boat. Now, when they get out there, she was like, everybody was like drinking, but nobody was really drunk on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Like people were jumping off the boat and they were swimming around, So she was like, everything was pretty normal. Everything seemed pretty normal. And then she was like, if people started getting out of the water, I guess they was tired of being in the water. So people started getting out of the water. She was like, but this one girl couldn't get out the water. They was like, she was trying to get out the water, but she couldn't get out the water. So a guy was jumped in the water. Now everybody on the boat was telling the guy, don't jump in the water. They threw a donut in the water for her. She couldn't grab it because apparently the girl who's telling the story said it looked like the girl was stuck in a fucking whirlwind. Like the water was spinning in a circle. Like, how you take the drain out your tub and then the water starts to spin like that? Basically, that's what the girl was saying. It looked like that girl was caught in a whirlwind. She couldn't grab the donut because the water was spinning so fast as if somebody flushed the toilet in fucking Lake Lanier and the water was going down. The girl was like, that shit was weird because they never seen, the water like suck off into a drain like that, like a whirlpool. Yeah. like a whirlpool. So she was like, a dude on the boat decided he was gonna jump out and save her. Then everybody on this boat was trying to convince him not to jump out there and save her. You know, they would try to get her with the donut. Don't jump out there and save her. This boy, mama, and his sister was on the boat telling him, don't jump out there and save her. He was telling everybody, I'm a great fucking swimmer. I can do this. I can fight the current. I can save her. And he jumps his ass into the water. Come in. Now, when he jumps into this water, he do get old girl. He do save her ass and push her back on the boat. But unfortunately, he wasn't too lucky. The whirlpool in the water was too strong. It like sucked him down. Like it sucked him down into the water. Like the girl that was telling the story had to sit back and watch her friend fight this fucking current and couldn't get out of it and get sucked down into the water. She was like, I don't know what the hell is in Lake Lanier, but it's like a whirlpool. It's like somebody flushed the toilet. And this boy just went flushing down under the water. And she was like, his mama had to watch it happen. His sister had to watch it happen. He went down and never came back up. So, Lake Lanier ain't no joke. Y'all better stop fucking playing. And they trying to get more people to go there. Talking about they putting their goddamn water slide up. They just trying to sacrifice y'all in a simple way. Building all this shit to bring y'all there. And then when you get there and your ass get the missing, everybody running around like, what happened? What happened? Yeah. No. No. That girl lost her friend in Lake Lanier. And I told y'all, I don't know what it is, but I told y'all that shit be hard as fuck to get out that water. I don't know what it is or what's under that water, but now we know an earthquake 3 has happened, which could have possibly opened up anything under Lake Lanier, cracked open a fucking... It could have opened up anything in Lake Lanier. But I just know that since the 3rd one has happened, now all of a sudden these poisonous ass Chinese snails that ain't even supposed to be in the fucking water or in Georgia for that matter, but it's here. So, yeah, Lake Lanier is kind of crazy. So, I wonder if the lake has a portal. You know what? You're not the first person to say that, Marcus. A lot of people ask that question, but you know, you never get to really investigate because when people start to try to investigate shit that goes on Lake Lanier, they stop you. They stop you. If you go out there and let's say you got your phone and you finna put your phone on a fishing line and lower it into the water so you can see, they'll stop you. They'll stop you. The people from Lake Lanier, they'll ride up on their boats, tell you get your the fucking camera, get all like if you ain't here to have fun on the lake, your ass need to go. They will not let you record. I'm telling you, they'll stop you. So I don't know. All I know is earthquakes open up shit. Can you do it?
Can I use one of these?
What are you trying to do?
My edges.
Okay, so if you're trying to do your edges, use the blue one.
Okay.
So yeah, they will stop you from being able to film stuff like that. So it's gonna get weirder. Please believe anything else that comes out about Lake Lanier, I'm gonna be posting that shit on my TikTok page. So y'all can be informed on what's going on. What's up?
I'm probably just gonna put it in a ponytail.
No. Why?
Because braids take too long and
Don't worry about how long it's gonna take to braid your hair. Braid it. Don't worry about it.
mini
Just
twists cause arthritis. So
girl, I don't have no fucking
I
arthritis.
said they can cause.
Girl, ain't that goddamn old?
I'm not calling you old. I'm just saying
That
majority of
is
people.
no,
I'm just saying
no.
majority of people who do mini twists more often than regular braids have been reported they're 46% more likely to get arthritis.
I've been doing 4 girls' head
But
all y'all
mainly
damn life, and
braids.
y'all ain't
But
seen
we
me.
mainly did braids,
Yeah,
not mini twists. And
I
I
did
said
many twists in your hair
you
last
did
time.
them, yeah, you did them. But if you like do them like more often, you probably gonna get arthritis quicker. It
So you secretly trying to call me old bitch?
I'm
That's what
not
you're doing.
trying to call you old. I'm looking out. Okay, okay. Do you want to do braids or twist in my hair?
You worried about me catching fucking arthritis? How old do I look to you?
Wow, mother, you look 25 to me. If I'm being honest.
Then if I look 25, you shouldn't be worried about no fucking arthritis.
Mama, anyone can catch arthritis.
No.
I tell my friends about arthritis. I tell them they need to
Cause
stop.
you old as fuck. But don't worry about that. Just pick out the hairstyle that you want me to do. Send me a picture so I can know what it look like, and I'll do it tomorrow. But I need to see the pictures. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, y'all know how Tootsie is. You know how she could be.
Sorry. Sorry.
Y'all know how. She,
Split it down the middle so that can at least be an already done part for you.
however, that's fine.
Because today I was going. Sorry, I keep checking.
Lanier L. There you go. Somebody put it now. Okay. Georgia. Okay. Yes, Lake Lanier. I got a whole series on my page. Go over to my page, check it out. All the information you need to know about Lake Lanier is there. Um. Oh goodness, Jersey. I'm so sorry.
What happened to Jersey?
She did an ancestry DNA thing, and the results didn't come out the way she thought.
I'm so sorry. I hope things get better.
Okay, guys, we're about to get ready to start this story time. I got thrown off with that Lake Lanier shit. But like I said, if anything happened, anything else happened at Lake Lanier, y'all know y'all auntie gonna give it to you. So there you go, cause it's gonna be more weird stories. We've had a couple, we had a few weird stories this year. What was the last one? The dude, the old man, the 74-year-old man that seat got unscrewed while he was standing in the boat, and right when he got ready to sit down, the fucking seat just threw his ass into the water, and he never resurfaced. How did it get unscrewed from the bottom? Who the fuck was in the water unscrewing screws? Anyway, he went down. He didn't come back up. Then we had the guy who got electrocuted because the lake electrocuted him. That's exactly how it came out. He was electrocuted by the lake. They said that man ran and jumped in that goddamn water, and was electrocuted. He died. He was electrified in that goddamn water, and everybody was like, "How the fuck did the water?" Yeah, he was electrocuted from the water. So yeah, a lot of weird shit happening lately, but I'm gonna keep y'all posted on that shit. Please believe it. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Okay. All right, guys. We're about to get ready to go ahead and start this story time really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go for this medicine. Hit me in my face and make me sleepy again, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to y'all. Let me see. I got Tamika. I got Jersey. I need two more people, guys. Two more people. Kobe, you stupid. Talk about shocking. I can't with you. Oh, find out a lot. Find a lot about yourself, Jersey. Yes, I seen that video you tagged me in. Shay. I think that was the one you tagged me in, the one she was talking about that. Okay, guys, give them a thumbs, give them a thumb. Let me know you're ready. I need a couple of more people for story time. If you like the stories, please don't forget to tip your auntie. My information is pinned at the top, so you can tip your auntie. I love y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Let me see. I got Tamika and Jersey. Uh, Jersey. There, see, I knew he was old. All right, guys. So here we go. Let me see. I'm just gonna have to do this with just these two people, I guess. Uh, but here we go. Um, Tamika, wherever you are, I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna see this late because I didn't do story time at my normal time. But Tamika and Jersey, I hope you ladies like the story. Like to hear. Here it goes. So Tamika and Jersey are twins, and they're about 14 years old, about to be 15 years old. So they're twins, about to be 15 years old. And for the summer, their family decided to take a family trip to Mexico. So these kids are spoiled fucking rotten. Tamika and Jersey are just big face ass children that are spoiled rotten. They used to getting their own way. They used to being disrespectful when they're not able to get their own way. So that mom thought it would be a great idea to take a family trip to Mexico. So they go ahead and they take this family trip to Mexico. When they get down there, Tamika and Jersey is asking for everything. I want this. I want that. I like this. I like that. First time mom and dad said no, Tamika will go off. I want the fucking dress. She would just snap. You know what I'm saying? Like out in the public. And parents will be like, her mom will jump back with her ass, like, if you don't shut the hell up, and she'll get louder. I want the fucking dress. And to keep her from embarrassing the family, dad would just buy it. So that's how he treated Tamika and Jersey. Whatever they wanted, just to keep them from embarrassing the family, he would just buy it. So mom didn't like that shit though. Mom ready to stomp a mud hole in one of their ass, but dad spared them, saved them from having the operation, having a shoe taken out of their ass. So, dad was like, it's cool. He went on and bought it. It's shit Tamika up. She ain't say nothing else. So they go out the day looking around, and when they get to Mexico, looking around, shopping, buying stuff, and of course these kids are being disrespectful as hell. Tamika's being disrespectful. Jersey get mad because she can't have what she want. Get disrespectful. Threaten to knock shit down if she don't get what she want. And of course, dad give it to him. He like, here, I don't want you embarrassing me here. He just give it to him. Now, see, it's about nighttime, and dad decide they should have a family dinner at this nice restaurant. So he makes reservations, and he gets everybody ready. Now they are all in the same room, but this room has it's like a two-bedroom. So the girls got their room, Tamika and Jersey got their room, and then mom and dad got their room. So dad tells them he made reservations at the restaurant. They need to get dressed so they can go to the restaurant. They all get dressed. They get to the restaurant. When they sit down, instantly Tamika and Jersey get to looking through the menu. Jersey goes to the highest shit she sees on the menu, and she like, oh, I want that. Mom like, no, you better find something cheaper to fucking eat. You not having that. Tamika looks at the mom and says, you don't tell her what to do. You don't tell her what to do. She eat what she want to eat, what you want to eat. And she show, Jersey what she want to eat. Jersey like, okay. Tamika was like, I want the same thing. Now these meals that they are trying to get is like the most expensive thing on the fucking menu. This shit is like 89, almost $100 a piece. Both of them want it. So mom is like, no, you're not getting this shit. Jersey goes off. Shut the fuck up, mom. I said I want this meal. This is what I want to eat. We're not eating nothing else unless it's this. Mom like, what? Tamika say the same thing. We ain't eat nothing. We ain't eating shit unless it's that what we want. So they get into an argument, like right at the table. Now, mom is trying to whisper argue with them, like, shut the fuck up. You're not getting it. But they are loud. They are bringing all kind of attention to the table. I hate you. Shut the fuck up, mom. I didn't ask you for it. Like, they are going the fuck off on the mom. And the mom is, she getting back with them. She giving them the same motherfucking energy. But the dad is like, he don't want to hear this shit. So he tell them, okay, fine, y'all can get it. Y'all can have the goddamn expensive ass meal. Just shut up, sit down. Y'all are embarrassing us. Tamika and Jerry like, okay. They sat down, talking, laughing, yeah. Did you really think you were going to stop us from getting it? Looking at the mama. Who the fuck you think you is? You thought you were going to stop us? Are you serious? Now, while they are arguing with the mom, the waitress comes up to the table. She introduces herself. She asks them what they want to eat. The waitress looked at the mom and dad, and before they could speak, Jersey and Tamika says, we want the highest shit on the motherfucking menu. The lady looks at them, excuse me? We want this. This is what we want. And they pointed at it. The lady sees the price of that meal, and she looks to the mom and dad, and she, for confirmation, is it okay for them to get this shit? Because shit is like $100, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it okay? And dad was like, the mom was like, they don't really need it. Instantly, Jersey like, shut the fuck up. She wasn't even talking to you. Dad was like, yeah, they can get it. It's fine. So the waitress hears how they talking to the mom, and she turns around and she looks at them and she was like, who we? La La Rada gonna get y'all. And the twins looked at her, Jersey looked at her like, who? What the fuck? What are you talking about? And the waitress kept writing down. She was like, y'all need to start acting like that towards y'all parents, man. La La Rada come get y'all. They looked at the waitress. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? This ain't got nothing to do with you. Be quiet. Do your damn job. When they say that, of course, the waitress looks at them shocked. But she says something in Spanish that they don't understand. She kind of mumbles it under her breath. She says something in Spanish. They don't understand what the fuck she said. But she just walks off after she say that. Of course, they continue to go back and forth with the mom. You always put your fucking mouth in something. Ain't nobody even talking to you. Jersey tell the mom, if you say one more thing when we talking to dad, I'm telling you, it's over. And the dad is just like, girls, stop. Don't talk to your mom like that. Be quiet. They're like, fuck her. They going off. Like, Jersey and Tamika don't give a shit. They going off. Fuck her. So, the waitress bring the food to the table. They eat. They got everything they need. So maybe like an hour, it's starting to wind down. Everybody done ate up their food. Jersey and Tamika done ordered dessert, all kind of shit. Dad ain't said nothing. He just like, get it. He don't even want to fucking argue. Just get it. You know what I'm saying? So when it's winding down, the waitress comes back over to bring the check. She sits the check down. The mama says, excuse me, can I ask you a question? And the waitress looked at her. She was like, sure. And she was like, what you call her? Lorena? Who is Lorena? Because we got a Lorena in the States. And she cut this man. And the lady was like, no, 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 no. She said her name is La Lorena. Okay. Well, who is that person? And she looks at the twin. She looks at Jersey. She looks at Tamika. And she was like, I don't think, your family wants to hear the story. And the dad was like, I'm sorry for my daughter's being rude. Can you please just tell us the story? We want to know. Of course, Tamika like, I don't give a fuck. Who is Lorena? Don't nobody care? Don't nobody care? Jersey was like, yeah, don't nobody care. I don't care to hear the story. So the dad was like, if you don't care to hear the story, then shut the fuck up. What? You don't tell me. They started going on. Dad was like, oh my God, like, why did I even start this shit back up? But eventually they shut the fuck up, and the lady tells the mom that La Lorena was a lady back in the day who caught her husband cheating. And to punish her husband for him cheating on her, she killed their two kids that they shared together. She said, and right after she killed the two kids, she felt horrible. She instantly regretted that shit. And, decided because of what she did, she was gonna take her own life. You know what I'm saying? So, mom is like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah, that's the story." She she felt bad about what she did, so she ended up killing herself. She said, "But when kids are very rude and disrespectful to their parents, they not gonna come get their ass." You know what I'm saying? And drag them back to the underworld because she missed her two kids. So she will take those kids and drag them back to the underworld with her. Instantly, Jarvis looked at her ass. Bullshit. She lied. She lied. Tamika, like, why is she even over here telling us this fucking story? Like, get your lies. Dad, pay the fucking check and don't tip her because of that bullshit. And the waitress was like, she said something else. She mumbled something else under her breath in Spanish. And, she said, good night, and she walks off. So the dad is like, y'all ain't got to be so fucking rude all the time. You better not tip her. You better not tip her. Tamika like, you better not tip her. The lies, the bad service, you better not give her no tip. And sure as shit, you think the daddy gave her a tip? He paid for the check, but he didn't tip. Like this little girl told him. So, as they're getting ready to go out, they the waitress was standing by the door. And they was like, here go the liar right here. She just looked at Tamika and New Jersey, looked at Jersey and Tamika and rolled her eyes. And she said, Mom, just to let you know, just to give you more information on La Reina. She said you can look it up, you can Google it, you can ask anybody in town, they'll tell you. She comes to take bad, and she was looking at Jersey and Tamika, she was like, she comes and take bad children. And you'll know she's near because you'll hear her crying so loud. She comes and snatch up bad kids. And Jersey looked at her and was like, and walked on out the restaurant. Tamika was like, bitch, please. Oh my God. She walks on out the restaurant. Of course, Dad's like, I'm so sorry. Please forgive her. I'm so sorry. And the waitress was looking at him like, you don't need to be apologizing. They need to be apologizing. Mom was like, you're not going to get them to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? They walk on out. Jersey and Tamika walking in front, talking their little shit. Mom and Dad walking behind. They ain't say nothing. They stop at this little, I guess like a little booth where they sell like drinks and stuff that you can walk around with. So Mom and Dad stopped there to get them some drinks. And Tamika and Jersey didn't know they stopped. They just kept walking. So they end up walking and they, turn to go down this alley. And it's really fucking dark down this alley. So they didn't think nothing of it. In their head, Mom and Dad is still behind us. So they just walking down the alley, and then they, see in a distance, like all the way down the alley, it was like a person standing in like a white nightgown with their head down, standing at the end of the alley. So when Jersey sees this shit, she instantly frees, like, whoa, like who the fuck is that? And Tamika like, what are you talking about? She like, look down now. And Tamika look. And they both see this person in like a long white gown with their head down, like in a distance. Like, who is that? So Jersey turns around to ask their parents, and then that's when you realize they not there. Like, Mom, Dad, what the hell? You seen Mom and Dad? She looks at Tamika, you seen Mom and Dad? Tamika look back. So both of them are looking back to see if they see their parents. When they look back, This motherfucker in white is less than 10 feet away from them. Like, this is a fucked up game of red light. You know what I'm saying? So they look back and this bitch is like, this motherfucker like right here. And it scares them like, oh my God, and they back up. And they looking at, this woman, they looking at this person in this white gown, but the person never holds their head up. You can't see none of the face. And they like, hello? Hello? Who the hell are you? Hello? And the lady starts to charge at them. The person starts to charge at them. They get so scared that they just run. They run back around the corner. When they get around the corner, they see mom and dad at this little booth, so they fly over to the booth. Mom, dad, there was somebody chasing us. It was a lady. What the hell is going on? Stop being so bad. Putting your head in that shit. Oh. Anyway, so they screaming, Mom and Dad, it's a lady, it's somebody chasing us, somebody chasing us. And of course the mom and dad are looking around. Oh, what are you talking about? Because there's a bunch of people in the street. Oh, what are you talking about? They turn around, they looking through the crowd. It was somebody in a white dress. Mom and Dad didn't see nobody. Didn't see nobody. What are you talking about? So, can we just go? Can we just go? I'm waiting on my drink. Fuck the drink. Can we just go? I don't want to be out here no more. Dad was like, damn, okay. Mom was like, no, we're waiting on our drink. No, you're not. Both of them grabbed the dad's arm and just started pulling him towards the hotel. Mom was like, let him go. No, come on, we need to go. Come on. So they get back to the hotel. When they get to the hotel, Dad is just like frustrated with the arguing. Mom is arguing with Jersey and, Tamika. He just tired of the fucking arguing. He like, just be quiet and get in the bed. I'm tired. Let's go sleep. You know what I'm saying? So the girls go in their room and get in the bed. And mom and dad get in their room and they go to bed. Now, mom and dad are in the bed, sleep probably about a good 2 hours before they are woken up by Jersey and Tamika screaming at the top of their lungs. So they jump up, they run and go see what the hell is going on. Like, what's going on? What's going on? And they are just shaking, both of them. Jersey shaking, Tamika shaking. They both are freaking the fuck out. Mom and dad are trying to calm them down. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? They said they heard someone screaming and crying really loud. So loud that it scared them. They said it sounded like the person was right in their ear, like they was asleep, and they heard somebody like scream right in their ear. It scared them so bad, both of them jumped up and started screaming. That's what brought the mom and dad into the room. So mom, of course, she like, these badass kids, whatever. Ain't nothing happened. It was a dream. You probably was just dreaming. Don't worry about it. Just go back to sleep. No. We refuse to sleep in this fucking room. No. They wouldn't go back to sleep in the room. Dad was like, please, y'all, let's just go back to sleep. They like, no, you need to get another room because we're not doing this. No. We refuse to sleep in the room. No. Mom is like, lay your ass down. Big argument kick off. Dad like, fuck it. Dad go downstairs. He pays for the adjoining room. Now they have the room next door. It's a door like separating them. They can walk through the parents' door into the other room. So the only thing that's separating their room is a wall and a door that both of them can access. So Dad asked for the adjoining room. He wanted to be able to keep them close by, but get them a different area. He comes back upstairs. He tells them, come on. Y'all, I got y'all a room. So he goes next door, take them to the room. He like, this y'all room, our room next door. This door right here is, it allows us to go into each other's room back and forth. So don't worry about it. Y'all will be okay. Jersey and Tamika were like, okay, let's do this. Let's do. So they go over to the new room. Dad take them in there. He opens up the door that adjoins to both of their rooms. So he opened it up so the door just be open so they can just walk back and forth through to the rooms. Which they felt a little okay with because it was like, just in case. So Dad was like, is everything good now? Are y'all fine? Can y'all go back to sleep now? And they like, yeah, we fine. So him and Mom go back over to their room and they leave them in that room to go to sleep. Mom and Dad go to sleep. And in the middle of the night, Tamika is woken up by what sounds like scratching. So she's laying in the bed and she kind of like looks up and she sees what like her mom over in the corner by the door sitting on the floor like scratching like really, really hard. It's just, scratching like really, really hard. So she wakes up Jersey like, Jersey like, what? She's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with Mom? And Jersey like, what? She like, look. And Jersey looks over and she see the same thing. Mom on the floor, back turned in her pajamas. Look like she's scratching something. All they can see is her back moving real fast behind them. So Jersey's like, Mom, Go back to bed. But the scratching keeps going on. She don't move. She just keeps scratching the floor. Mom, go back to bed. We can't sleep with you doing that. Scratching keep going on. At this point, Tamika gets pissed off. Her and Jersey gets up out of the bed, and they storm over to the mom. Right when they got ready to grab her, Mom, can you stop? This thing spins around, grab both of them by the arm. They can't see the face. The hair is long and black. This white fucking dirty pajama dress on. But this bitch got each one of their arms, like an arm that belonged to both of them. And they're like screaming because they realize this is not mom on the fucking floor. They are screaming like, let me go, let me go, let me go, screaming. Mom and dad jumps up. They come flying through the goddamn living room back into their room. When they get there, both girls are screaming, let me go. Mom turned the lights on. As soon as she turned the lights on, both of them just like fall back. So they're like, what the fuck are y'all doing in here? And they start to scream, Mama, it was a lady here, Dad, it was a lady here. And they telling them everything that happened. Mom, like, y'all play too fucking much. Y'all need to go to bed. Like, we not playing. We serious. This is what happened. Like, something grabbed it. And Dad's like, look, we tired. We done been through this shit all night with y'all. Can y'all please just go to bed? Didn't even want to believe them. But they was pissed. It happened. It happened. I'm telling you, it happened. And there was a lady, and she had a dirty white dress. And they were like the same lady from the alley, right? Yes, it was her. Mom's like, stop all the fucking lies. Get in the bed, go to sleep. I don't want to hear this shit no more. If y'all wake us up with this shit again, we gonna have problems. They both going off. Shut the fuck up. We talking to Dad. Dad, it's something in here. And Dad's like, look, I'm tired. We'll deal with this tomorrow. And they go back to their room. Tell them to get in the fucking bed and go to sleep. But they can't sleep. Motherfuckers just sitting up. Like, what the hell was it? Daybreak comes around about 8:30, 9 o'clock. They go and peek in their parents' hotel room, and they see parents are sleeping. Let's go. So they sneak out. They get out the hotel. They run their ass all the way back to the restaurant because Jersey has told Tamika that funky ass waitress done did this shit. She sent this person to fuck with us. So they go back. They go to the restaurant looking for the lady, the waitress. But they was told that the waitress don't come in until nighttime, so they'll have to come back. So they was trying to sneak back before. What are you doing? They were trying to sneak back before their parents wake up.
Trying to see if this has a charge back on it.
Why?
One, it died when I was using it, and I never got to get it out until I need to charge it.
Okay, I put it on the charger. I'm pretty sure it's a charger now. I put it on. Are my attachments in there?
Yeah, there's this one, and then there's one right here.
Okay,
This
so
one can't fit over here.
okay. So just put it up. I'll find it. So after they leave the restaurant, after they've been told that the lady don't come in until later on, they leave the restaurant trying to figure out like what the fuck did she do? Did she do something? You know, they trying to Google, can you put a curse on a person at the dinner table? They Googling all kind of shit. As they are Googling and, walking, they suddenly hear this lady crying so loud, like weeping loud, blood curdling scream as if she just found a dead baby. Like this woman is weeping so loud, and it's so loud that they both put their hands over their ears and drop to their knees, like squeezing their head, like stop screaming, stop. They screaming, ah! And when they open their eyes, like everybody that surrounded them, like, are y'all okay? And they looking around like, what the fuck? Did you hear the screaming? Did you hear the screaming? And everybody was like, what are y'all talking about? Like, no, I ain't heard nothing. It was screaming. Y'all didn't hear the crying and the screaming. And when they said y'all didn't hear the crying, half the motherfuckers in the group that were trying to check on them took 2 steps back. And when they took them 2 steps back, of course, Jersey and them noticed this shit like, what? What happened? What happened? People started talking in Spanish around their ass. It's time to go. Get your babies off around them. It's time to go. Pointing at them, getting this real concerned look like it's them. Like, it's them. Instantly, it's like everybody in the fucking crowd knew what they was talking about without them even having to say it. They get back to the hotel, sneak back in before their parents find out they gone. And this, parents like, we finna go out today, put on something nice, and they go the fuck off. No, we ain't going no fucking where. We gonna wait, and we gonna go to dinner tonight, and no, we're not doing it. Like, we're not doing it. Put on some clothes so we can go. They put on clothes and they left. While they were out that night, they called a taxi to get back to the hotel. Now, they get out the taxi because the taxi driver let them know he don't drive, I guess, whatever street they needed to go down or alley. He was like, mm-mm. He kept telling them no, he wouldn't do it. He like, no, 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 I'm not gonna do it. Y'all gonna have to walk. So they got out and they began to walk. As they are walking, Jersey and Tamika keeps hearing what sounds like footsteps behind them. Their mom and dad is in front of them. They behind mom and dad. But they are hearing what sound like footsteps. So every time Jersey would hear, she like, Tamika, you hear that? Tamika like, is somebody? And they'll both stop and look back. And it's like the footsteps stop when they stop. Mom and dad kept walking, but they stopped and they look back and they don't see nobody. And they keep walking. When they start walking, you can hear the extra footsteps. Like, you hear that shit? Tamika like, okay, we gonna stop. We gonna take 3 steps. We gonna stop and look back. 1, 2, 3. They stop and look back. The footsteps stop the same time they stop. The fuck? Mom and dad just going on about their business. They done had a couple drinks. They feeling themselves. They ain't paying no attention to these goddamn kids. So Jersey and Tamika like, you hurt? What the fuck? So they keep walking. And they see what looks like a homeless person sitting up under a box on the right side of the building. Mom and dad walk right past this person like it was nothing. Hi, they drunk and shit, so they walk right on past them. But for some reason, when Tamiko caught eyes, when she laid eyes on this homeless person over here, it scared her for some reason. She just stopped. She wouldn't even walk. And Jersey like, what's wrong with you? And she was just staring over at this homeless person. You couldn't see him, but you seen he had on something white. So she was just staring over in that area. And Jersey was like, what? What's wrong? And she looks over and she sees it. So Jersey kind of gets scared too. Like, Mom, Dad. They screaming for their parents, but the parents don't walk down so far up. They don't even hear them. Mom, Dad. They don't even hear them. Still don't hear them. So Tamika was like, I think that's it. I think that's her. That's her. It ain't her. Come on, let's go. They walk in real slow and they looking over to the right and they hear the boxes move and they get scared. They look over and the whole white shirt is gone. Like you can see it was somebody over there in a white shirt, but now this whole fucking white shirt is just gone. They just see darkness. And some people are like, where did that person go? And Jersey turns to say something to her. When she turns to say something to her, this motherfucker is standing right behind them. All this dog black hair, this dirty white goddamn pajama dress. This motherfucker standing right there. Jersey sees this bitch as she lets Tamiko go and start screaming and running. Tamiko see it. She started running. They are flying down this goddamn alley screaming for their mom and daddy, and this bitch is chasing them. Like you can see her chasing them. She's at one point she was on all fours, like galloping towards them fast as shit. Boy, Tamika come around that corner doing about a bill motherfucking 50. I'm talking about slid in gravel, fell, jumped her ass up. In the process of her falling, Jersey jumps right over her. Damn, let me say, my sister jumps right over her ass and speed run to the parents like, look, 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 look. And the mom and dad, they turn around like, what? What? And they don't see shit. All they can see is Tamika trying to get her ass up off the ground. What the fuck? What are y'all doing? What's going on? And they are flipping out. She trying to get us, mama. It's the little Lorena bitch. She's trying to get us. She's trying to get us, dad. Like, you gotta stop her. You gotta stop her. And they are so freaked out by this shit. Mom and dad is like, come on, let's just go back to the hotel. No, they are refusing to go back to the hotel. No, we need to go talk to the waitress. We need to find out what she did. We need to find out why she put this curse on us. Curse? What the fuck are y'all talking? Curse? Yes, a curse. She did it. She did it because we didn't know nothing about. We didn't see none of this motherfucking person until this lady said something like, "We need to go back to the restaurant." Mom and dad like, "No, we're going to the hotel." "No, we're going to the restaurant." Both of them take off running down towards the restaurant. Of course, mom and dad's chasing them. "Come here! Stop running! Get your ass back here!" No, but they haul ass to this restaurant, slide into the restaurant like they on risky business. Shh. Where's the waitress? We need to see the waitress. And of course the host is like, what? We need to see the waitress. We need to see that waitress. So mom and dad finally catches up and they come in and the hostess is trying to push Tamika and them out. Like, y'all need to get out. Y'all need to get out before mom and dad shows up. They're like, I'm so sorry. We looking for a waitress. And the host is like, what waitress? And they tell her, they describe and everything. And she's like, oh, okay, let me go get her. So she go back there and she get the waitress and the waitress come back up. And she's coming up. She sees who it is. Instantly her face goes from. So she walks over. Yes, how can I help you? And instantly the twins started going off, both of them. You sent that goddamn lady after us. We've been chased by this lady and fucking what the Lola Radar bitch, she done grabbed us. Look at our wrist. Like they actually had bruises on their wrist from the night before. Like somebody grabbed their fucking wrist. And of course the waitress was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And she said that like Lala Radar, we done seen her, she just chased us, and the parents are looking like they on some fuck shit. That's the look they giving the waitress, and the waitress was like, And she like, how do we stop her? How do we stop her from messing with us? How do we stop her from coming after us and trying to take us? And the waitress told her, she said, it's simple. All you gotta do is respect your mother and father and be good. That's it. Be good. Bitch, this lady just chased us down this goddamn alley trying to grab us. You mean to tell me the cure for this bitch is to be good? And the waitress was like, yeah. All you gotta do is be good. If you continue to be bad and you continue to be disrespectful to your parents, she gonna definitely come take your ass. She misses her kids and she is looking for two kids to take. She will definitely take y'all ass if y'all don't stop this disrespectful shit. Again. Instantly Jersey called bullshit. Nope. Nope, she lying. She lying. Dad, tell her to tell the truth. Make her tell us the truth. And Dad is like, she just told you. No, make her tell us the truth. That's a lie. Make her tell us the truth. And the waitress got pissed off. She started speaking in Spanish all loud and shit. You know, she storms off. Mom like, let's go, y'all. Let's just go. They get ready to walk out. As they walking out, now, y'all, please forgive Tank. He's been barking at something in my house for days at this point. So, growling at something. I've been telling him to stop doing that, but he won't stop. In the middle of the night, he's growling at something. I don't know what the hell it is. Um, I don't want to get off topic. Damn. Something else. I don't want to get off topic. But anyway, they go on out the restaurant and they are heading back to the hotel. As they're heading back to the hotel, they heard the loud screams, the loud cries, and instantly Jersey and Tamika get scared, and they put their ears, you put their hands over their ears, and they drop to the floor again, and covering their ears, screaming, "Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" By this time, when they open their eyes, everybody in the village or in that area has their ears stopped up. Like everybody can hear this shit now. Y'all hear him? It's been going on for quite some time now. Watch this. Hush, Tank. Still growling. It's okay, Tank. Still growling. I don't know what the hell he sees in here, but I'll tell y'all a little bit about that in a minute. Anyway, so they everybody outside got their ears stopped up. Everybody can hear this shit. Now, when these people hear this shit, they know exactly what that sound is, so they start to call the police, like something's going on, and of course, Jersey them see everybody can hear this shit. So they are just, standing back because people they scared. People are scared, looking around trying to see where it's coming from. They can't figure out where the sound is coming from. They call the police. Of course, they explain in Spanish what's going on. The police look scared. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess everybody knows the La Reina story. So the police even look scared when they, could hear the screams when they got out. So they go back to the hotel. Mom and Dad like, let's just go because something's happening. The police is out here. Let's just go. So they go back to the hotel and they go in their rooms. Now, it's okay, Tanky. See what I'm saying? He gets really loud around 4, about 3:30, 4 o'clock. He don't give a damn that any of us is asleep. He goes bananas with his barking. And it happens like every night around that time where he goes bananas. But all throughout the day, he continues to growl. Even when nobody's in there with him, nobody's bothering him, he just growls. Like right now, he's still growling. So they get back to the hotel and they, go into their room. Mom, dad go into their room and lay down. And they get into bed and they go to sleep. And they are both woken up. They can't move, both of them. Jersey's in her bed, Tamika's in her bed. They can't, neither one of them move, but they are woke. And they see a lady in this dirty ass white gown standing at the foot of the bed, in between the beds, head down, hair over her face, just standing in between both beds. And it's like Tamika's like, Jersey, help me. And Jersey like, help me, I can't move, I can't move. So they start to scream out for their parents, but I guess the parents didn't hear them or something. I don't know. But anyway, every time they attempted to call for help, the person would get closer to the bed, like closer to them. So it was like, Mom, she'll take a step forward. Mom, another step forward. So now they are scared, pissing in the bed because they can't move, they can't get up, they can't do nothing about it. Jersey is laying in the bed and she sees this lady, like this person like getting close. And she start to just close her eyes like, please don't bother me, please don't bother me, please don't bother me, please don't bother me. She opens her eyes back up. This bitch is like hovering this close to her face. She just started to scream. And this thing grabs her by the throat. When this shit puts his hands on her throat, her voice is gone. Like somebody just took her fucking voice, hand around the throat, her voice was gone. Mouth was open, no sound coming out. Tamika is crying because she can see out the corner of her eyes this shit is over here where Jersey is. She know this bitch coming her next. So she is just crying and looking. And she sees this shit like bending over her sister, bending over Jersey. So she screams out, Dad, get in here! As loud as she could. When she do that, the woman or whoever the fuck it is, stands up and turns her way like to come at her. And Dad opens up the adjoining door and this shit like lands like, boom, it falls, boom, onto Tamika. But when it falls, it like the bitch turned into water. Cause Tamika down there drowned in the bed, like water went everywhere. Dad like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? Y'all know I'm gonna have to pay for this room. And they jumped straight up out the bed when they could move. They jumped out screaming, ran to Dad, grabbing him, shaking like a leaf on a tree. I'm so sorry. We so sorry for everything we ever did in life. Please, we so sorry. Make her stop. Make her stop. And the daddy like, make who stop? What are y'all talking about? Make her stop. They just crying. Please make her stop. Make her stop. And mom is still in bed. Mom didn't even know what's going on. Mom wakes up and she's like, what's going on? And they both shoot past the daddy, jump right in the bed with mom. Mom, I'm so sorry. We so sorry for the way we've been acting. We so sorry. We probably won't act like that again. Can you tell her to stop? Please tell her to stop. And the mom like, tell who to stop. Lala Raina, can you tell her to stop? She just tried to get us. Mama, please tell her to stop. And the mama's looking at them, these are two badass kids, but at this point, looking at them like this, she feels sad for them because they are genuinely scared out of their fucking mind. They apologizing for everything they ever did in their goddamn life to them, so she can tell these kids are scared because these ain't the type of motherfuckers that apologize for shit. They'll beat your ass before they apologize. So mom, this is a whole nother side of them, so mom knew they were scared. And they like, Mom, make her stop, make her stop. So the mom was like, you want to lay in the bed with me and I protect y'all? And they like, yes, yes. And they get in the bed up under their mama like two little ass babies. Get in the bed up under their mama and they just staring at the goddamn adjoining door. And the dad like, okay, I guess I'll sleep in there because y'all just done took over the fucking bed. And mom was like, I'll just stand here with the girls. It's fine. It's fine. And she held them like two little ass fucking babies in the bed with her the whole night. Dad slept in the adjoining room, didn't have not one motherfucking issue. Slept like a champ in this goddamn room. He didn't hear no noises. Didn't nobody show up. Nothing. Dad slept like a fucking champ in his room. Mom was in the room with them. They was scared to go to sleep. Mom was like, I'm going to stay woke. I'm gonna make sure y'all okay. I'm gonna stay woke and keep my eye on everything. And they are just laying there and they doze off into mom's arm. And as they are dozing off into her arm, you can just hear, like, Tamika take this deep-ass breath, like, and the mom looks at her, she's like, what, baby, what? And she was like looking away, and she looks over, and she turns her head and look, and sure shit, standing at the foot of the bed is this woman in this dirty ass white gown with her hair draped all over her face, standing at the foot of the bed. And the mom sees it. She's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And she's looking at them both. Tamika and Jersey is holding her so tight, they so scared because it's like she's right here, and the mom is like, "John, John." And this shit starts to climb onto the bed where they are. So everybody's backpedaling in the bed trying to get by the headboard. Like, don't touch me. Don't get close to me. Like, move. But this shit is slowly creeping up the foot of the bed. And the mom is like, what the fuck? And Jersey was like, see, I told you, I told you, I told you. Tamika was like, Mom, do something, do something. So mom like, John. But like I said, John was sleeping like a fucking champ in the other room. He tuned their ass out. He don't hear none of that. His shit get closer and closer and closer. So they all just on the bed, like the headboard, like backed up to the headboard, can't go no further. This shit's at right there. Instantly, Tamika was like, I'm sorry, we're sorry, we'll never do it again, we sorry, please, we're sorry. And the mom's just like, close your eyes, just close your eyes, she'll go away, close your eyes, it she'll go away. And both of them just held onto her with their eye closed, pushed their face into her chest, they didn't want to see shit. Held on her with her eye closed, mom started praying, she had her head down on top of their heads, just praying like we just gonna pray. She was holding on to them as tight as she could, we just gonna pray. And when she got done, she opened her eye and she was gone. Bless you. Thank you. So they when they opened their eyes, she was gone. And the mom jumped up and she went and got the husband, John, and told John what had happened and how it was a woman in their room and that just fucking vanished. And the dad was like, maybe the girls ain't been lying this whole time. Maybe, they really was saying something. They apologized to the dad, they apologized to the mom, told them they wouldn't do nothing wrong no more. They just stop, just make the lady go away. And, that next day they got up and the girls didn't really want to go nowhere, but they didn't argue. They was scared. They didn't say shit. They didn't want to argue. They held on to their mama the whole time they was out. If they, dad asked them if they wanted something, no, we don't want anything. Like, they whole behavior did a whole fucking 360 from the night before. Oh, we ain't cussing our mom and dad no more. We holding on to them. They got to save our lives if anything happened. So they stopped with that disrespectful shit. Stopped with the disrespectful shit. And that night they got ready to pack. They was packing up their stuff because they was leaving the next day. As they was packing up their stuff, they was too scared to be in the room by themselves. So, they was in the room with mom. Like, when you get done packing your stuff, can you come in the room and help us, get our stuff together? And mom was like, you don't have to wait because I'm trying to get all this stuff together. And Jersey was like, why the fuck we gotta wait? Time she said that, lights started to flicker. What's going on, Dad? What's going on? Dad's just like, maybe it's just the power. Don't worry about it. But they got scared instantly. Then they heard what sounds like nails on a chalkboard coming from the room that Daddy got for them. Like somebody had their nails on a chalkboard on the other side of the door and you could just hear it. Scream! Everybody in the room like, oh my God, what the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? Instantly, Jersey was like, that's her, mama, that's her. I'm not going to that, that's her. Lights started flicker more and more. Mom like, come on, come over here. I'm gonna protect you, come over here. Tamika was like, no. Lights get like the flickering more and more and more. And then the lights just went out. So the dad was like, I'm gonna call the front desk and let them know the lights went out up here. So the dad was over by the phone, of course, mom's on the bed, Jersey and Tamika was sitting right next to her. And mom says, we need a light, you got a light? And she grabbed the dad's lighter and she was trying to flick it. She's trying to flick the lighter and it wouldn't light. And finally, when she got that shit to strike, the face of that fucking La La Reina bitch was right there in the fire. Like this bitch was standing there waiting for them to light the lighter so she could blow it out or something. She was right there. When it struck, everybody saw her face. It was the most disfigured shit you've ever seen in your life. They said it like she was missing a fucking eyeball. Half her lip was ripped the fuck off, and they watched a long earthworm travel from her mouth into the fucking socket of this eye. That's what they saw in the time of this fucking lighter being struck. They saw that shit go right. Freaked everybody the fuck out. They all screamed, ran the fuck up out the room. Even the dad saw this shit. Even the daddy saw this shit. Jumped the fuck up, grabbed what they could in the dog, and ran the fuck out of there as soon as possible. Dad went downstairs and told him we checking out. They were like, check out ain't till, 11 tomorrow. No, 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 bitch. Check out is tonight. I've already called, got us some plane tickets. We need to go. Dad paid for the room for them to get the fuck on, and they jumped their ass in the taxi cab and went back to the fucking airport so they can get their ass back home. They gets back home. They got souvenirs and shit that they brought back, and so they get back home and put everything up. And Jersey and Tamika had pinatas that they got from down there. So they had their pinatas like in the closet or whatever. Why this nails on a chalkboard type scratching shit was going on in their closet when they got back home? They could hear this shit. Call for mom and dad, telling them it's the same sound they heard. Dad goes over to the closet, open the door, and there's nothing there but them fucking pinatas. There's nobody here. They like swore down and they heard that shit. And dad's like, nobody here. They didn't sleep in their room for like a good 2 weeks. They slept downstairs on the living room couch. They wouldn't even sleep in their rooms for like a good 2 weeks. It only stopped when dad came, when dad had to get up and go to work, but he goes to work like early in the morning before anybody gets up. So he was up getting ready for work. He was downstairs in the kitchen making him a cup of coffee when he heard the nails on the chalkboard. So he instantly starts to investigate like where the fuck this sound coming from. He finds his way upstairs into Tamika and Jersey's room. They were both asleep, but he heard it loud as fuck coming from their room. So he goes over to where he hears the sound coming from, which is the closet. He opens the closet door, and it looks like Lala Rayla just jumps at him like lunges. Time the door open. This bitch lunges out the closet, right at the daddy. Daddy holler, ah! Ah! And when they sit up and turn the light on, look at him, he is drenched. Like his ass just jumped out the lake. He was drenched from head to toe. This man had been no fucking water. He was drenched from head to toe. But that same shit, it let Tamika and them know like, whoa, like I remember. No, no, y'all. They had to. They reached out to the church, the pastor of their church, and told them that they had something evil in their house. So the pastor, by them being members of the church, he said he would come over and check it out. When he got there, he asked them, did they bring anything from their trip? And they was like, them fucking pinatas. Like the girls got a pinatas in their closet that we brought. So he goes upstairs and he goes and tell them to get them fucking pinatas up out the closet. So they get the pinatas up out the closet, and he tells them to take it outside in the backyard and bust the pinatas. Now they didn't want to bust because they like our candy in there. We don't want to bust the pinatas. The pastor says something else, and that y'all need to take them outside and burst them. So that's what they did. They took the fucking pinatas outside and they burst them. When they burst both pinatas, both pinatas had candy in them. True enough, they did. They did have candy in them. But they also had like this little weird figurine on the inside of it. Both of them had like this weird figurine on the inside of their fucking pinatas. And the pastor, like when he saw that, he was like, that, right there, that. And mom and dad looking like, what the fuck? How did that even get in there? Like, we didn't, the candy and everything was already, they just bought the pinatas. They was already filled. They just bought them. You know what I'm saying? So mom and dad like, how the fuck did that even get in there? And the pastor was like, those objects right there, because both of them had it in there. Those objects. He told them to get them objects and put them in a glass mason jar and leave them outside. Don't bring it in the house. Leave them outside. So that's what they did. They left put the little figurines in fucking jars and left them outside, not in the house. So the pastor told them to reach out to a friend of his that kind of works in mediumship and stuff like that. She could probably help them. So they reach out to her. Very first time ever talking to this lady. Don't know this lady from a hole in the ground. The lady don't know them. They call this woman to get her help. When she asks the phone, she asked them, like, time she picked up the phone, she was like, do y'all still have the objects? And mom is like, huh? She like, do y'all still have the objects? And mom is like, what are you talking about? She like, the objects in the glass jar, do you still have them? And mom was like, oh, the pastor must have told you. And the lady was like, no, I ain't talked to the pastor. I'm asking y'all. And she like, how did you know? And the lady was like, do y'all still have the objects? She was like, yeah, we still have the objects. She was like, okay, is it okay if I come over? And they told her, yeah, you can come over. So the lady comes over. She got this bag with her when she comes over. And she asked them, she like, where are the figurines, where the little objects at that came out of damn pinatas? So mom and dad took her outside and they showed her the jar with the figurines in it. She looks at the jar and she said, it's exactly what I thought it was. So she gets the jars with the figurines in it and she takes it over to the wood line towards the backyard of the house. She pulled this like red clay looking dirt shit out of her bag that she had with her. And she opens up the jar, she pours the figurines out onto the ground, and she digs a hole. And she puts the figurines in the hole, but she covers the hole not with the dirt that came from the ground, with this red clay dirt shit that she had. She covered the figurines with that dirt that she had. She put that dirt over that shit. Ashes, she had some type of ashes, and she had like a cigar. She took a pull of the cigar and blew the smoke around the spot where the fucking figurines were, and she told them, don't dig them up, leave them here. She said those are cursed objects. She was like, leave them here. Whoever put those in those pinatas meant to do harm to whoever bought them. She's like, they do that shit a lot in Mexico, especially to tourists type people. They will do shit like that. And she was like, that's where those figurines came from. Don't touch them with your bare skin. You know, she was just basically telling them, leave this shit in the yard. Don't bother it. Don't mess with it. Don't dig it up. Just leave that shit in the backyard. And mom and dad was like, okay, cool. And that's what they did. They never touched that shit. They never told the girls what they did with it, but they told them, it was gone. They shouldn't have no problems. And they felt better. Tamika and Jersey felt better. But what mom and dad didn't know was at night, Tamika and Jersey would still hear the whimpering, the cries. It wasn't loud, sounded muffled, but they could still hear it. So they would go to their window and look out, and they would see La Llorona standing in the spot where those cursed objects are buried. She's just standing there like she can't move, and she's like, her head is tilted up, but you still can't see her face. Hair all over her face, but she is staring at this fucking window at Jersey and Tamika. And that bitch stayed staring at that fucking window. They even tried getting their mom and dads in there to come look. Mom and dad would come look, but they didn't see shit. But both girls could see her standing in the spot where they buried those fucking trinkets, those little cursed object shit. She would never move. Every time the girls saw her, she was in that same spot. She wouldn't move, but she would always be staring in a window or staring up at them. She would always be looking up at them, but she would never move from that fucking spot. And this went on for a while. Like, they would have like cookouts and shit, and the kid, Jersey, would tell their cousins to come here. And their cousins would come upstairs and they'd be like, look out the window and tell me what you see. And their cousins would look out the window and be like, who the fuck is that lady right there? And they like, you see her? Yeah, I see a bitch standing right there up under the tree. Who the fuck is that lady? All the kids could see her. No adults could see this bitch, but the kids could see this bitch standing and looking up at the fucking like windows and stuff. They never went in that area. They always seen her there, but they never went in that area. They saw La Llorona in this area for like, I don't know, about a year before they moved out of that house. For about a year, she was just standing at one fucking spot, just crying and looking up at the window at them. This shit went on for a year until dad decided, they were on the move. And when they moved, they had no more issues. But the people that moved in the house after them ended up calling them maybe like a month after the people moved in. They ended up reaching out to them, to the mom and dad and them, asking them, did their kids have any problems at the house? And of course, mom and dad is like, what do you mean? What kind of problems? And the new tenants are saying that their kids have been acting weird. They've been sleepwalking. They've been finding the kids in the backyard by the tree line. And when they when they go to get the kids from outside in the middle of the fucking nights, the kids have no memory of coming out of the house on their own. Don't know why they standing outside in the backyard. So the people were calling to ask, like, did y'all kids have any problems with the house? Get what the mom told them. Mom said ain't never had no problems at the house. Mom said she don't know why that lady kids acting like that. Nothing's ever happened there. The lady asked, did anybody die in this house? Nope. Nobody died in the house. I don't know what's going on. And she could have just sewn this shit up for this lady, but she left that lady feeling like she was fucking crazy, like her kids was fucking crazy, like they were making this shit up. She wouldn't confirm this shit or nothing. The lady was like, her kids have been acting weird. They've been talking this shit that ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Did they have any issues? And mom straight up lied to that lady. Nope. We ain't had no issues. Our kids was fine in that house. I don't know what you're talking about. And the lady was like, begging, like, please tell me if something happened because it really feels heavy in this house and my kids are acting weird. And mom was like, nope, nothing ever happened to my kids. I'm sorry. And she got off the phone and she left it like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's just say after that situation went down, they had five other families to move in this house within a span of 3.5 months. People move in, move right the fuck out. Right the fuck out. Ain't wasting no time. Move right the fuck out once they started to realize shit is going on in their house. Mom and dad wasn't going back. They were like, fuck it. Folks kept giving the house back. They didn't want to go back. They were like, fuck it. Mom and dad were like, no, fuck it. We ain't going in their house. Fuck it. They were like, leave the house. Don't worry about the house. We'll let that shit go in foreclosure. Fuck it. But they didn't even have to wait that long for the house to go in foreclosure because when the last family moved out, approximately a week after they moved out, the house just caught fucking fire. Just caught fire. Burned to the fucking ground. Burned, I'm talking about, to ashes. Fire department couldn't figure out where the fire got started at. Couldn't figure out how the fire got started. All they know is the fire did get started and the shit burned to the ground. Now, firefighters knows how fires got started, where they got started, what could have possibly started them. But the firefighters was stumped. They couldn't figure out. According to the firefighters, it looked like the whole house caught fire at the same time. Most firefighters can go into a house and they see like a wall that's charred more than the other walls, and they can tell you the fire started there because it's charred more here than it is anywhere else in the house, so it had to start there. What do you do when the whole house looked charred? They couldn't figure it out. They like, this whole house did not just catch on fire at one time. It's always a fire to start in one area, whether it be the garage, the kitchen. It always starts in one area. It never just the whole house. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't figure out how the fire got started. House burned to the ground. Neighbors that lived around this house didn't even know the house caught on fire until the next morning when they got up and went outside and this shit was burned to the ground. They don't know what happened to the house. They don't know how the house caught on fire. Mom and dad don't know what happened to the house. They was thinking maybe a previous tenant that lived there decided to do it, but they, at the end of the day, they never figure out who started the fire. They never figured out how the fire got started in the house. But the house burned to the fucking ground. I'm talking about burned up. So mom and dad was like, oh, well, I mean, the problem is gone, I guess. They felt like the problem was gone, I guess. So, everything, they let everything go. Everything that had to be done with the house, getting rid of it, selling it, or whatever the case may be. They did everything they were supposed to do, and eventually sold the land because there wasn't no house there no more. So they sold the land to the city. You know what I'm saying? So cool. City decided. Say fast forward a year and a half later, the city decided to. Of all the things they could have put in this fucking spot where this house was, the city decided to put a children's hospital in this spot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And ever since they put the hospital there, kids that would come in for minor shit would end up getting like seriously sick to damn near dying just out of nowhere. Kids were saying that they, seen a woman in the, in their room standing over them. So when they broke the ground on making this building, putting this hospital there, they disturbed that spot that the lady put them fucking cursed objects at. And I guess they just built on top of that shit. So it's been several nurses and kids in that fucking hospital that has reported seeing La Llorona in the fucking building, like hanging the fuck out. She got kids to her galore at this point. It's kids all over this goddamn building, and she could just pick one. So nurses and kids, I ain't gonna say no doctors, cause doctors don't really, confess to seeing shit like that. Cause we crazy, we crazy when we see stuff like that. So ain't no doctor finna say, yeah, I saw this bitch in all white standing in urgent care. Look at me. So the hospital, everybody say hospitals are haunted because people die anyway. The, this Lala Rain is in this building, and she got her free range at whatever child she want to fucking take. So mom and dad, once they sold the land, they were good. They were done. Once they sold the land, they ain't worried nothing else about it. Uh, Tamika and Jersey never saw it again. But kids that go into the hospital, I always say they are woken up in the middle of the night, by some woman in white trying to take them out of the bed. So yeah, the hospital is now haunted because they decided to put a hospital on top of some buried, cursed objects. So now the hospital is the new home for La Reina and the cursed objects. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Uh, Herbert, you were, huh? I'm confused, Herbert. I'm sorry, but thank you for loving the channel. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what they decided to do. Once they sold their little property, honey, mom and dad never looked back. They moved the fuck on. The girls never looked back. So now it's just like the hospital's haunted with this bitch. She hangs around. Nurses have reported seeing her standing in the hallway, just in the middle of the fucking hallway, looking down the hallway, and they would try to stop her, like, excuse me, you're not supposed to be here, excuse me. And she would walk into a room, and by the time they got to that room and went in, she wasn't there. So yeah, that's pretty much mom and dad got rid of it, so they kids don't have to deal with it, but plenty of kids that go to the hospital deal with that bitch on an everyday basis. And she would make them extra sicker. Like, I guess she was doing that to keep them there so she could be around them at all times. So she would make the kids sicker. Kids that'll come in for something as simple as bronchitis would later be diagnosed with pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? No, so yeah. Yeah. So that was you guys' story. I know, right, Ty? Like, I don't. How do I know you? I don't. 16 or 17. Where I know you from, Herbert? Yes. But that was you guys' story time for tonight. I'm sorry I was late, but I'm here. I made it here. So I gave y'all story. I do apologize for being late again. Thank you so much for joining me on Storytime. Ray Ray passed, Tay Tay. I thought I told y'all that. Ray Ray passed. I think I told y'all that like 2 or 3 lives ago. I can't be sure how long ago. It was. I know I told y'all that though. Yeah. Ray Ray passed. I told y'all that. Yeah, he passed. Um, Bam, he's staying up on the bed at all times. Tank is trying to be grown and, protect me from whatever he sees and he's barking at. So, yeah, he's been on. Oh, before I let y'all go, I'm gonna tell y'all this one last thing. Before I let y'all go, Ray Ray was the little boy that almost got snatched up by the BEKs that was in my backyard, Madison. The one that got drugged through the woods. You remember I posted a video of his parents driving down there through my yard to the wood line so they can go get him. Yeah, Ray Ray passed. But creepy shit that happened. Just gonna throw it out there for y'all before I let y'all go real quick. But like I told y'all, Tank has been growling and barking at shit that we can't see or hear. So the other night he was doing that, barking, growling in the middle of the night. Woke my oldest daughter up. So my older daughter came. She looked around. She ain't see nothing. She come and asked him, "What's wrong? What are you doing? Why'd you barking?" And he didn't say nothing. He was just looking at her. And then she, knocked on the door. And she's like, "Mama, you up?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm up." So she come in. And she like, "Mama, why he keep barking? Like, what is wrong with him?" I said, "I don't know. Maybe, maybe you should talk to him about that." And she was like, "Ain't nothing in the living room. Ain't nobody in the living room. I don't know why he keep growling like that." And we had the idea to put on her SLS camera. Because I told y'all, about the apps that had an SLS camera so you can see spirits and shit. So she gets her SLS. She's like, "Oh, yeah, I should get that." So she goes into her room. She get her phone and she come back in here where I'm at. By the time Tank done start growling, he ain't barking no more. So she was like, "I'm gonna wait till he start that growling. Then I'm gonna go in there and put my camera on and see if I can see anything." So we sitting here watching TV and sure as shit about 2:50, almost 3 o'clock, he cranks up. Tank cranks up. You can hear it through the door. And I'm like, "DJ, he growling. Something's in there." She grabs her phone. She puts her SLS camera on. We both go to the door because I want to see what the fuck is on her phone too. So we both go to the door and we turn the corner and she turns her camera towards the living room so we can see, y'all, why like 3 or 4 like stick figures showed up on her fucking phone. Like showed up on her phone. You can see it, and it was like they were standing in a line and they were all like facing us. But it was 4 stick figures. They were all lined up right next to each other. And me and my daughter like, "What the fuck?" Mind you, while we looking at this, Tank is still going bananas. And she like, "Mama, look." And we looking, and they just standing there like 4 stick figures are just standing on her phone in our living room, like just standing there. And Tank is like barking and going off. And every time he like bark, you see one of the stick figures like move their arm, like they trying to tell him to be quiet or something. Like the shit was weird. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And he kept, and we looking at the phone, and you can see the stick figures start to. It's like they walked through my damn couch, like they just came straight through the couch, and then all of a sudden you can see the full fucking stick figure legs on. We ran in this goddamn room so quick and closed the door. My daughter was scared to go back to her bedroom because she had to go through the living room to get there. We closed that door so goddamn fast, and Tank would not stop. He turned up. Tank did not stop barking until about, I want to say like 3:45, 4 o'clock. He was constant, like constant barking and growling. I don't know what made us just put this SLS on to see what he was barking at, but it was 4 figures in my living room. You couldn't see them with the naked eye, but with the SLS camera, you could see 4 figures standing in the living room. They were all different heights and everything, just standing in the living room, facing the direction of the dogs, and then they came through the couch. You saw these stick figure legs pop up, and they came through the couch. I was like, "I'm done. I'm done." We closed my door. So my daughter slept on my floor. She refused to go back around to her side of the house. Tank wouldn't stop barking. So in our head, these motherfuckers are standing at my bedroom door. We was scared shitless. Do you hear me? Me and my daughter, them motherfuckers holding each other like, "Bruh, if anything come through that fucking door, we gonna sacrifice the shit out your dad and get up out of here." I don't know what the fuck it was, but I've been scared to turn my SLS camera on since. I'm so in fear that I'm gonna turn that goddamn camera on and something is like right here or right here. So I haven't turned the SLS camera on since, but y'all see all throughout story time, Tank was going bananas, growling and barking. So yeah. Yes, dogs are very sensitive. They can see what we can't see. So that's you guys' story. So thank you so much for joining me for story time. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me for story time. I greatly appreciate it. Shut up, Kobe. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for story time. I will see you guys again on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more creepy but true story times. Y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. And if y'all enjoyed the story time for tonight, please go over and tip your auntie. My Cash App is pinned. Please go over and tip your auntie. All tips are greatly appreciated. I love you guys. Get y'all some rest. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Mwah. I love y'all. Good night.